Welcome, Joe.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, good evening. Few things are as ubiquitous as a lithium-ion battery. You didn't look very far. In fact, I have one in my pocket. And you probably do too. Or on your wrist. Or Doug, you probably have one in your camera as well. The nice thing about lithium-ion batteries is that they last a long time and they're rechargeable. So they're everywhere. But what is so interesting about this lithium stuff? I mean, why should we worry about it? Well, tonight what I want to do is give you a little bit of background about what lithium is, the technology, the sourcing, and why you may even be able to score a coup on an investment in lithium. Lithium is a basic element in nature. If you remember the periodic table, it's hydrogen, helium, and number 3 is lithium. That means that it is the third lightest element. But unlike hydrogen and helium, lithium is a metal. It's a silvery white metal. And the neat thing about lithium is that on its outer shell of electrons, it only has one electron. And that one's a wild card because it tries to react with anything it comes into contact with. So if you were to put lithium into water, it would float, but then immediately it would probably explode because it's so reactive. But take away that electron, and then you get a positively charged ion. That's where lithium-ion batteries come from. In a nutshell. Lithium is also used in other things, like greases, pharmaceuticals, anybody who uses Lipitor, L-I, Lipitor. It's also used in water treatment for pools, and to make glass heat resistant. But for tonight, what I want to do is focus on the energy aspects of lithium and its use in batteries. Now, the biggest potential for lithium is going to be, of course, cars. Hybrid cars, electric cars. Now we're talking from going from little tiny batteries to large batteries. So different technology, jump in technology, jump in cost. But hey, there are 1 billion cars in the world. So for many investors, hey, that should be a slam dunk. Huh? I want some part of that 1 billion batteries that need to be put into vehicles that are going to help us reduce CO2 emissions, that are going to help us reduce our dependence on hydrocarbons and fossil fuels. So why not? Well, like any investment, there are risks. First of all, competing technologies. There is no guarantee that in the next decade or maybe 2 decades it will be a competing type of battery that will be more efficient. The second is, what will happen to the price of oil? After all, you know how fickle we are. The price of oil goes up, our interest in electric cars goes up. The price of oil goes down, we'll stick with the gas guzzler. That's just the way we are. So it's a business risk. Then you talk about production. Lithium production and sourcing is controlled by basically 3 international companies today. FMC, which is based in Charlotte. Chemetall, which is based in Germany. And SQM, which is a Chilean company. These 3 companies now control all of the lithium production in the world. And probably in the next decade or so, the Chinese will come on board because they have a lot of lithium in their country. So there may be 4 companies that are producing. Now that's good news because you can say that Germany, Chile, and China get along with the States. So politically, we're on safe ground. Reserves are estimated to be 50 to 75 years worldwide. So we're safe on that side as well. Now here comes the spanner in the works. 35% of known reserves of lithium come from Bolivia. It's a very volatile, politically volatile country. Right now, not very friendly to the States. But 35% of our reserves exist in Bolivia. They've also got another problem that the ore, if you want to call it, is second grade, it's not first. But it's something to be thought about and something to be dealt with eventually. So the question mark that everybody's asking, the question is, will Bolivia become the next Saudi Arabia, controlling raw materials that are so necessary to develop electric cars? Something to think about as well, another risk. In conclusion, fellow Toastmasters, I think there's a lot of potential in lithium because of its chemical properties that allow it to be used as a prime ingredient in batteries that are going to be needed for vehicles of the future. The production, the sourcing is fairly well developed. The technology is there, controlled by 3 large corporations and probably 4 in the future. However, we have to be aware of competing technologies and also politically volatile problems in specifically Bolivia. So I urge you tonight to think about, keep an eye on lithium technology as it develops. I would say think about it as an investment, and I would definitely recommend that you continue to look at it and don't put all your money in it, but certainly consider it as a part of your portfolio. Because remember that lithium does matter.